So hello everyone. Today we are going to see about storage classes in C programming. It's a very important topic while we are learning about the C programming languages. So basically what it is storage class. Storage class are used to describe the feature of a variable or a function. We have executed lot many programs till time. In the previous video we have seen how to declare variable, how to declare the identifiers, how to use the function, how to call the functions, how to write the main program, and so on. If you're talking about the storage classes in C, in every program there is a need to declare the variables. Everywhere we are going to declare the variables. So while declaring the variables, there are certain sort of storage classes specified in C program. If we are talking about a storage class, before that we have already gone to the variables. So variable is nothing but a container which stores the value, or variable is nothing but name given to the memory locations which stores some value under that particular name. So if we are talking about a storage class, so there are four different types of storage class which are provided by C programming. The very first storage class is auto storage class. The first one is auto storage class, known as automatic storage class. Second one is external storage class. Third one is static storage class. And fourth one is a register storage class. Fourth one is register storage class. There are four different types of storage classes. While we are going to declare a variable, so whenever we are going to declare a variable, you need to specify the storage specifier in front of its. So your storage classes are basically divided into the four types. The first one is automatic, second one is external, third one is static, and next one is register storage class. First of all, we'll see about the automatic. All the storage classes are differ with the different parameters like its storage, its initial value, its scope of that particular variable, and its lifetime. That is where till the particular variable will be used in the program. If we are talking about the very first storage class, that is automatic storage class. The storage specifier or the keyword we will use for automatic is auto, A-U-T-O, auto is the keyword or is the storage specifier. Every variable is a auto variable, or every variable comes under the auto variable if you are not specifying any sort of storage specifier in front of the data types. अगर हम data types के पहले, जैसे for example, if I written integer a, if I written integer a, likewise I have written integer a. So what it means, a is a variable of integer type, we hold the integer value. I haven't mentioned any type of storage class in front of the integer. I haven't mentioned. It means that by default, every variable is an auto storage specifier. That means it's automatic storage specifier. So if you are talking about automatic storage specifier, automatic is a by default storage specifier. If you have declared or not declared, it doesn't affect your declaration. So auto is the keyword we can use. After that, where we can store or where we can get a memory location for automatic storage class. So automatic storage class will get the storage in RAM memory, that is a primary memory. अगर हमने ऑटोमेटिक स्टोरेज क्लास के थ्रू कोई वेरिएबल्स को डिक्लेयर किया है, तो हमें मेमोरी लोकेशंस कहाँ पे मिलेगा, मेमोरी को अलोकेशंस कहाँ पे मिलेगा, मेमोरी अलोकेशंस कहाँ पे होगा, तो रैम में होगा, जिसको हम स्टैक बोल रहे हैं. सो रैम इज वन काइंड ऑफ प्राइमरी मेमोरी. ठीक है, अंडर रैम यू विल गेट द memory allocation. After that, once you declare the variable, the next point is what is the initial value once you declare that particular variable, what type of value will stored by that particular variable. If you're talking about the initial value, if you declare integer a, that means what the internal process क्या होगा, compiler will allocate one memory locations, the name of the memory location is a. So now next point is what initial value will be stored by that particular variable. So in automatic storage class, the initial value contained by the particular variable is garbage. So every automatic variable will store a garbage value, that the garbage value is unformatted values which is already available in that particular memory location. So integer a, so a holds the garbage value, and where he will get the allocation, he will get allocation in the RAM memory. After that, what is the scope? What is the scope of that particular variable? So variable का scope कहाँ से कहाँ तक होगा variable का scope within the block होगा where you have declared that variable. Suppose you have declared integer a in one particular block, so integer a will be accessible within that block only. So that is the scope of that particular variable. After that, what is the life of that variable? What is the lifetime of that variable? The lifetime, it is also till the end of the block. That means suppose you have declared integer in this block, so that means a will be accessible from this point to this point. यहाँ से यहाँ तक हम लोग हमारा पर्टिकुलर वेरिएबल जो है ऑटोमेटिक स्टोरेज स्पेसिफायर से जो डिक्लेयर किया हुआ है वो हम लोग एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. So that means the automatic storage class. So here auto is a keyword, storage in RAM or stack, initial value is garbage, scope is within the block, and lifetime is end of the particular block. After that, very second, and one more thing is that we cannot declare automatic variable as a global variable. Always auto variable should be a local variable. Its scope is local to that particular block. We cannot declare automatic variable as a globalized variable. We cannot declare the global variable with the help of auto storage specifier. Okay. After that, we can see a external storage class. So basically, what it means the external storage class. So external storage class, it is one of the storage class provided by C programming. The keyword extern extern is the keyword will be used to specify the storage specifier. It means that suppose if I written extern int a, that means that integer a is a variable of a external storage specifier. So extern is the keyword. Where we can get the memory location? In the data segment, external storage specifier, that is where we can get the memory location for the particular variable in the data segment. In itself, RAM, we will get the data segment. After that, what initial value will be stored by the particular external variable? Always it will contains a zero value. It contains a zero value once you declare a particular variable with the help of external storage specifier. After that, where it is the scope of that particular variable, it's a global multiple files. It means that if you're working on a multiple files, external variable or external for the particular variable, if you are going to declare with it external, so it will be declared as a globalized variable. It will be declared as a global variable. It means that if you are working on a more than one file, if you are working on two or three files, so same variable will be used in more than one file. You have to declare that external variable in a one particular file, and that same variable, same external variable, you have to use in a some other different file. Let me file number 2, file number 3, you can use that particular variable. So that's why its scope is global multiple files. That means we can use the same variable in the multiple files. After that, what is the lifetime? Till the end of the program. This lifetime of this particular external storage class is till the end of the program. Once the program will execute it, the scope of that particular storage class will get cleaned up. That means the lifetime of that particular storage class is till the end of the program, where the automatic storage class will be having the scope for that particular variable is till the end of the block. After that, the very next storage class is a static storage class. Again, it's a very important storage class. So static is a word or keyword, we can say, will be used to declare a one particular variable as a static. Suppose if you want to declare a particular variable as a static, so you have to use a static word. Static static keyword will be used in front of the data type of that particular variable. So it means that suppose if I return static int a, अगर इसके सामने मैंने static लिख दिया, so that means static int a, so integer a is a variable of a static type. That means that particular variable is static. Where we will get the initialization for the particular variable, where we allocate the memory in data segment, we will get the memory. In the RAM, we will get the memory. So for static member variable, or we can say for static variable, we will put the memory allocation in RAM or in data segment system. Always once you declare the variable, at the same time your variable will initialize the value as 0. एक बार आपने static से कोई वेरिएबल को डिक्लेयर कर दिया, so at the same time it will hold the initial value as a zero value. Suppose static int a लिखा हुआ, that means by default the variable a contains the value called as 0. Initial value is 0. Then after that, what is the scope for that particular static variable? So static variable always local in the program. Local means where you have declared a particular variable as a static, that variable can be accessible within that particular block. Within that particular block. But its lifetime is till the end of the program. It means that once you declare the particular variable as a static, that means the copy of that static variable is accessible throughout the program. If you make any changes to that particular variable value, that will be reflected throughout the program. It means that suppose integer a is equal, static integer a is equal to 5. Somewhere else the value of a will get changed. Change. That means the value of a is 5 will change the value of a 5 to 10. That means now the value of a is 10. So throughout the program, the value of a is 10. That means the change, if you made the changes into the static variable, so it will accessible and the same copy will be accessible to till the end of the program. After that, the very last storage class is a register storage class. So register storage class will uses a register keyword, regist, a registered keyword. In front of the data type, there is register, you have to mention where you want to use a register storage class. That is register integer a. So integer a is the variable of a type register. So where we will get the memory allocation for register storage class. Okay. Normally we will get the memory allocation in RAM. While you are executing any program, at every time all the programs should be resided into your primary memory, that is in the RAM. If we are talking about a register, in the CPU we are having the register in which we can store the data temporarily, not permanently. We will store the data temporarily in the CPU register. If you want to use a CPU register, you have to use a register storage class. If you want to declare a particular variable as a registered storage class under the register storage class, you need to use a register as a keyword in front of the data type. That is registered integer a. That is a is a variable of register type. It means that for a variable, it will allocate the memory in register itself. But for allocating the memory for different variables, if you are having the number of variables in your particular program, so it will get difficult to allocate the memory for that much of variable into the CPU register, because we have a very less space in the CPU register. Basically, CPU register are used to execute the instructions only, not for the data storage. But sometimes if you speed up the program execution, basically why we have to use this register storage class, if there is a need to speed up the program execution, for that purpose we will use a register storage class. Because normally what happens, always your data stored in the RAM memory, okay, and there is in your CPU. Whenever you are going to execute your program with the help of CPU, so what it will execute exactly? So it will fetch the data from the RAM, it will store into the register, and again it will execute, again send back to the memory. So that means there is a fetching time. To decrease that fetching time, to decrease the fetching time, you need to directly store the data into the register itself, so that it will improve the execution speed. But we are having very less number of registers, so it is not possible to store a huge amount of data into the register. Okay. So basic fundamentals ideas of a register storage class is to declare the variable under the register storage class or as a register. So you have to store the data into register. It will improve the execution speed of your program. If you're talking about the initial value in a registered storage class is garbage. Once you declare the particular variable as a register class, so that particular variable contains the value as a garbage value. Initial value is a garbage value. Then what is the scope? Scope of that particular variable is within the block. Here you have declared. Suppose register integer a I have written over here. So the scope of that particular variable is from that particular point to this particular point. It is from this curly brace to this curly brace. After that, what is the lifetime of that particular variable? So lifetime of that particular variable is end of the block. Till the end of the block, we can use that particular variable. Let us suppose it is start from here, so it will end till the closing brace from here to here. That is, its scope is also within the block, and its lifetime is also end of the block. It is not till the end of the program. It is only till the end of the block. So likewise, we are having four storage class: auto, external, static, and registered. And we have already seen storage, its storage, its initial value, scope, and lifetime of the particular variables. Okay, so again, there is an here is it explained in the theory form. So auto, this is a default storage class for all the variables declared inside the function block. Hence, the keyword auto is rarely used while writing the program in C language. A variable can only be accessed in the block of the function. They have been declared and they have been declared, and outside them we define the scope. For example, integer. For example, integer mount. So mount is a variable of integer type. We can also use the same variable declaration as auto int month. Okay, that means month is a variable of an integer type, and the storage class specified is auto. That is, it is and comes under the automatic storage class. So auto is the optional keyword or optional storage class specifier. You have to declare, or you may not have to declare. It doesn't affect your program. After that, the register class, the register storage class is used to define local variable that should be stored in the register instead of a RAM. This means that the variable has a maximum size equal to the register size, usually one word. The size of the particular register is one word, that means 8K to 16K size, 16K data you can store in one particular register, and can't have the unary, that is address symbol operator applied to it. You cannot apply the ampersand symbol to it. So suppose if you are declared registered integer mice, so mice is a variable of an integer type of comes under the register. So you are declared integer mice as a register storage class. Okay. So the value for the mice will be stored into the register itself. After that, is static storage class. Instantly compiler keep a local variable in existence during the lifetime of the program instead of creating and destroying it each time it comes and goes out of the scope. That is, once you declare the particular variable as a static, that is, its scope is still the block, but its lifetime is still the end of the program. That means once you have declared a particular variable as a static variable, you have declared a particular variable under the static storage class. That means the copy of that same variable will be used till the end of the program. If any changes made, so same changes will be applicable for everywhere. That is static in count is a variable of integer type under the static. Okay. After that, finally the external storage class. So external storage class is used to give a reference of a global variable, that is variable to all the program files. When you have a multiple files and you define a global variable of functions which will also be used in the other file. That is, once you have declared a particular external one particular variable as an external variable, so that same variable you can use in the multiple files. So basically, external variable are the globalized variable. You can use uh, anywhere in the program, or you can use in the multiple files also. It is an external storage class. Hope you all are understood all these concepts of storage class, automatic, registered, static, and external storage class. So thank you one and all. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.